Okay, so good afternoon, everyone who has took out time in a Sunday afternoon and has come to attend a session on how to actually proceed with the IC approval. Okay, so this is gonna be a very interactive hands-on session. एकदम chill रहो, ठीक है? Interact करते रहो. And since I am the only host and I am the one who is recording and admitting people, I might get disturbed बीच-बीच में because people are coming and going. ठीक है? But anyways, थोड़ा एक्टिव रहो. जो भी अगर किसी को पॉसिबल है, if someone can switch on their videos and keep it will be better so that I don't feel कि I am talking to a screen, right? So and I have also sent the link of all the templates on the chat box. Okay, so go check out on the chat box. उसमें drive link में there are all the templates. So I'll tell कि कौन से flow में we'll be editing templates. पहले we'll be starting with initial submission वाला annexure only. ठीक है? So let's begin. हाँ?
Yes.
Okay, चलो. मेरे को अभी ये एडमिट करते रहना पड़ेगा तो मेरे पीपीटी मोड में नहीं रख सकता. What can be done? पीपीटी मोड में कैसे रख सकते हैं? देखो. चलो then. So how far have we come? I want you people to keep answering me. You can like keep yourself unmuted only. बार बार unmute करने का जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है? तो अभी बताओ कि अभी तक हमने last few months में what all have we learned? Anyone? Mario, Malik, anyone?
So first we learned study designs, how to
Okay.
design the protocol, how to
Yeah.
prepare a questionnaire,
Okay. So अभी
and
ये जो
literature.
ये पूरा रोड मैप है उसमें हम कौन से स्टेप पे है करंटली?
5 I guess, 5 or 6.
Five is done, and we have, so let's see. So we have done nice literature search. We understood how we can do a literature search. Okay. After a literature search, we formed a research question. Okay. Suppose if we take yesterday's example only, we will see we will understand knowledge, attitude, and perceptions regarding COVID-19 vaccination in general population of Mumbai, as Amay had told yesterday. Okay. So uh, after that, what we'll do? Research question बनाने के बाद, I told you yesterday how to make a protocol in complete detail. So if anyone hasn't attended how to make a protocol, then please go and view, because IC submission without understanding what a protocol is a waste of time, because the major document which has to be submitted in IC and which is criticized in IC is the protocol. So अभी देख लो पूरा प्लीज कि कैसे आईसी करते हैं, बट देन प्लीज गो बैक एंड वॉच हाउ टू मेक अ प्रोटोकॉल एज वेल. ओके, so after that we also saw ki how we design a questionnaire or a case record form. Other than that, there might be study tools, there are other documents as well. Okay, so if we have done this much, then what are we left with? We are left with IC submission, right? So what do you think? IC submission क्या है? Easy है, tough है? It's like ऐसे ही मतलब जस्ट ऑल द इतने डॉक्यूमेंट सबमिट करने पड़ते हैं और एक्स्ट्रा डॉक्यूमेंट्स चाहिए? क्या लगता है तुम्हें? बोलो. ए यार, ऐसा सिर्फ मेरे को बोलने लगाओगे तो मैं फिर बोर हो जाऊंगा सेशन में. प्लीज,
You
तुम्हारे
might
लिए
have
सेशन
to
मुझे बोल कैसे लेते हैं?
submit a consent document as well, informed consent.
ओके. ओके, anything other than that? That's it. Okay, so I'll give you an overview. IC is something which most of the students are actually scared of. because as you guys might also know कि आईसी में कैसा है कि अभी तुम्हारा एथिक्स पे भी सेशंस हुआ रहेगा फर्स्ट ईयर में. लाइक इफ देयर आर सेकंड इयर्स यू माइट हैव एनकाउंटर्ड एटकॉम मॉड्यूल में एथिक्स का लेक्चर होता है. तो डू यू गाइस फाइंड दोज लेक्चर्स इंटरेस्टिंग? मजा आता है ऐसा? इंटरेस्टिंग लगता है बहुत? या
कुछ कुछ स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक्स अच्छे होते हैं और बाकी फिर ठीक है मतलब.
Okay. So basically, this all ethics is required so that we just don't violate basic human rights. Okay. But कैसा है कि I'll give you one disclaimer कि the IC of KEM is very strict. Okay, and it adheres to almost all the guidelines proposed by the ICMR and every research organizations very strictly, very very strictly. Okay, like other colleges ka IC are still comparatively very lenient. It's easier to get IC approval from other colleges, but it is, I'm telling you from experience, it's quite very tough to get an IC approval from our college, right? So let's start. अभी कितना डॉक्यूमेंट तुम्हें लगता है बचा होगा? और क्रिश सेड कि सिर्फ आईसीडी बचा है. इस सो एक डॉक्यूमेंट बना देंगे तो एक डॉक्यूमेंट बनाने के लिए मुझे पूरा सेशन लेना है या और भी डॉक्यूमेंट्स चाहिए रहेंगे? क्या लगता है? और चाहिए कुछ
और भी
डॉक्यूमेंट्स?
बहुत रहते हैं. Yes,
या
there are a lot of other
अप्रोक्सीमेटली कितने
documents.
रहेंगे इसके अलावा?
Depends on the research you're doing as well, but I guess आराम से 7-8 रहेंगे.
ओके. सो या ये है सिर्फ इनिशियल सबमिशन के. डोंट वरी, इसमें से कुछ ही लगते हैं. ठीक है. इनिशियल सबमिशन में द फर्स्ट वन इज रिक्वायर्ड एवरी टाइम, ईच एंड एवरी टाइम यू सबमिट. ठीक है. Then I'll talk about what is expedited and exemption from review. Clinical trials we don't need. Genetic research as of now we don't need unless and until we go into biotech and do some research. Socio-behavioral research, yeah, we might need many times. If you do a research with PSM or psychiatry, you will need it. Or you do it with any general population kind of research, you will always need it. Delegation of responsibility will come to it. Document receipt form, guidelines for investigators, nothing much. Then yes, informed consent document, etc. would be required. Then more annexures. So these are annexures for vulnerable groups. We'll come later on what vulnerable groups are and then why we need those annexures. Then these are other annexures. These annexures are required when you have got approval, like तुम्हारा study approval हो चुका है, and then you have to still be in correspondence with IC की तुम्हारे study में क्या चल रहा है, to keep them updated regarding that. So अभी इतना हो गया. Do you think that's it or is there more left? कि हो गया इतना ही है? Okay, है और बहुत है. So we have to make a few letters as well. So cover letter बनाना पड़ता है, dean sir से permission लेना पड़ता है. If you have a questionnaire which you have structured, as Anveshi might have explained, you need to get that questionnaire validated from expert, and then that those experts will sign a letter for you stating this questionnaire is valid and this its validation ratio is this much and this much, and that has to be submitted to IC as well. So and also कि अगर तुम्हारे स्टडी में पूरा एक्सपेंसेस अगर तुम और तुम्हारा पीआई कवर कर रहा है, so if your PI is covering all the expenses and like it, understand that it's self-funded, then you have to submit a letter for that as well. And if you are collaborating with other centers, कि मतलब KEM के बाहर कहीं से भी data ले रहे हो, then you have to get an MOU from there as well or a letter of permission from head of that institute. Okay, so that is there. Other than that, what else is required? Then a CV of all the study members who are participating in the study are required. GCP certificates are required. So those of you who don't know what GCP is, it's a certificate course which is available on NIH ka website. It is required for each and everyone who does medical research. So without having a GCP, you can't do medical research. Okay. So for you to qualify to do a medical research, you have to get a GCP. It's a very simple course. 1-2 घंटे में हो जाएगा. You just log on to the website and you will get the certificate. Like there are short questions, etc., and you'll get the certificate. And you need also MMC certificates of all the doctors who are involved. ठीक है? So we are done with the list of documents that we'll be preparing today. Okay. So, but I'll try to wrap up most of the things regarding initial review and ICD only. The rest of the letters templates are sufficient to explain what is needed to be written in that. Okay. So this is where you find all the details of what all goes on in KEM ka IEC. So just log on to kem.edu and in the departments go to Institutional Ethics Committee, and then what is to be done is you have to see कि अभी जितना भी मैंने templates दिया है those are according to the latest SOPs which are set to be there till 2023. Okay, but in case they change as well, all the announcements regarding what all updates are being done or any change in notice is there, it gets uploaded on the website regularly. Okay, so that is there. फिर where is this IC? तुम्हें यूजीपीजी पता है ना अपने केएम का? तो केएम के यूजीपीजी हॉस्टल के एग्जैक्टली ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे जो पैसेज है, there is a small office and institutional ethics committee is written over there. So there is where the office of correspondence is. We have 3 institutional ethics committees in EA, and your study can go in any of these IECs. Okay, so just remember ki for getting any latest updates, you have to just go to the sites and you will get all the details. Okay, so next, so what is this now? There is another website. So we will be surfing through these 2 websites today. कि अभी ऑनलाइन पोर्टल है आईसी का जिसमें हम आईसी सबमिशन करेंगे. ठीक है, so let's go to this portal straight away. ठीक है, this is our IC website. ठीक है, इसमें सब कुछ लिखा हुआ है. तुम्हें यहाँ पे सारे annexures का आपस लिंक मिल जाएगा, but I have converted all the PDFs to Word files so that you can edit them on a computer only. ठीक है, फिर this is the main website which we'll be using today. इस पे your entire IC submission is done. So just type the name of your institution here. ठीक है, I have already secured permission from Rakhi ma'am for using her ID. So a student cannot log in from his ID because a student cannot be a PI. Okay. So PI के मतलब principal investigator of your study has an institutional ethics ID through which you log into the IC manager. So when you get into a research, ask the ID from the PI. They will give you, and through that you can log in through this website. Okay. So this dashboard will open up. It will show what all projects are there currently under review. Okay. So we'll go to directly submit a new project. So when we go to submit a new project, most of the studies which are done by students are investigator initiated. Okay. Investigator initiated. So we'll type some title over here. Okay. And type of review will come to it कि कौन से type का review. For that let it be, for time being, let it be a full board review. Okay, short title not necessary. Okay, well, it's just there. Okay, so this is the list of document which IC asks. All the documents which are in red are compulsory. Okay, and documents which are not in red are required for some special purposes. ठीक है, एंड स्टिल यहाँ पे ये जो अदर लिखा है, यू विल गेट टू नो कि कितना लंबा लिस्ट हो जाता है, इसलिए ये अदर्स लिखा हुआ है. ठीक है, सो लेट्स गो वन बाय वन. सो व्हाई डू यू थिंक दिस ऑल प्रोसेस इज रिक्वायर्ड, कि क्यों करना है एथिकल अप्रूवल? अच्छा, अब हमने तो डॉक्टर के साथ ही बैठ के रिसर्च डिजाइन किया है. ही मस्ट नो कि हाउ अ रिसर्च इज डिजाइन्ड. So scientific thing and all is covered. So why to give the research thing to IC for IC approval? What do you think? Anyone?
Sometimes कुछ चीजें अपन देख नहीं पाते just because we are so closely involved with the project that sometimes we don't see the ethical risks. So an objective view is necessary.
What exactly is an ethical risk?
For example, we missed out कि कोई consent बराबर ले नहीं रहे वगैरह. And often what happens is that we aren't experts in are taking in the ethics and also it would be better to have like a professional body handle this part.
Good. So we need to have an unbiased review of it. Our professor who is making it is completely biased towards whatever we are doing, right? So even they have a good sense of ethics, but again we have to have a independent body who is unbiased towards our research and who can overview it. And the main purpose is to just balance the risks and benefits. Okay. So currently we'll focus on these terms because these are the terms which confuse most of the students while filling the annexes. कि तुम्हारे स्टडी का रिस्क लेवल क्या है. So you have to understand कि at which risk level does your study fall. So when you say less than minimal risk, less than minimal risk means there is like you are not having direct contact with the participant at all. So like just see what are the examples. Research on anonymous or unidentified data samples. मतलब data samples already पड़े हैं, like records are already there and you don't know whose records are those. ठीक है. Data which is available on public domain. Public domain मतलब it is available for everyone. So you are accessing it. So if you are doing any research review article, narrative review, systematic review, meta-analysis, there is less than minimal risk involved because data is available on public domain. If you are doing a study on samples, study on any which involves any non-human thing, it involves less than minimal risk. Okay. Then what is minimal risk? Minimal risk mein there is human interaction. You have to understand this difference. Less than minimal risk, no human interaction at all. Minimal risk, there is human interaction, and human interaction is such that the thing is same as what a person experiences in his day to day life. कि मतलब अगर कोई patient आया मेरे पास, मैं उसका history लूंगा. So there is nothing new that I am doing to that patient. Okay, I am nothing like I am not intervening new in his life. What he is supposed to do, he is getting it. So these are the basic examples कि अगर तुम general survey भी लेते हो, then it's a minimal risk survey. ठीक है कि because you are asking him to fill a survey and there is a human interaction. ठीक है. You are taking out his time. His time is essential. Wasting his time might lead to something. Okay, so this is what ethics says. So it comes in minimal risk. Then minor or increased risk. ये सब जो है, this comes more in interventional studies where you are administering some drug or doing some clinical intervention, some diagnostic procedure, some investigational procedure. So उसका list है. Go through them. I'll provide you the PDF of this entire thing. ठीक है. Then what exactly is the benefit? अभी benefit we think कि हर बार directly patient को ही benefit होगा. Is it the case like is the research always directed कि patient को benefit होगा ही होगा? Can that be a case कि मैं patient पे research कर रहा हूँ, उससे हर बार benefit होगा? ऐसा है क्या? हो सकता है?
Not compulsorily.
Not
Just
compulsorily. Like,
yeah.
can you give an example कि when we are doing a study on someone, they are not they are not getting benefited?
Like suppose they might not be directly benefited by it. Like for example, if you're doing a prevalence study where we are assessing certain risks associated with some surgical procedure maybe, so the
Okay.
person might not be directly benefited, but it will be a benefit at large.
Surgical procedure might be a benefit for the patient directly because he is going under a surgery, right?
No, but
But
the
if we are
risk associated with, like suppose the
we
person
will
has
say
not.
कि benefits risks may outweigh the benefit, but I needed an example where there is no benefit at all and there is no risk as well. Participant is just there. He is in a no risk no benefit situation.
No,
Like
suppose if
in
you're doing a study where it's like a retrospective study where
yeah,
the procedure is taken long time back and nothing happened to
true.
the patient. So he falls in the category where he underwent the procedure but nothing happened. So basically there was no risk, and since nothing has happened to him after the procedure, he
True.
will not even benefit from it.
True. चलेगा. So types of IC review. Okay, types of IC review करने के लिए अभी let's start editing the annexure. ठीक है. Anytime you feel कि मैं लंबा खींच रहा हूँ या मैं बोर कर रहा हूँ तो please मुझे बोलना. I'll go fast. Okay. Like you can unmute yourself and tell so that I don't waste your time. अभी this is the thing that you have to fill first. This is the most important document you need to know how to edit for an IC review. Okay. So here what name of the principal investigator would be written. So if anyone is editing with me, you may start with me. Okay. So okay. Yeah. So we'll write some name here. Okay.
Can you
Department,
increase
as
the
we
zoom?
said, Zoom. Okay. Yeah. Fine now. Or shall I increase it more? Shall I increase it more?
A bit.
A bit more. Okay. Now is it fine?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. लोग आते रहेंगे. So yeah, where were we? We are here. So let's write just community medicine. एंड डेट ऑफ सबमिशन एकदम लास्ट में लिखने का. जिस दिन पता रहेगा कि मैं कल सबमिट करने वाला हूँ, उस दिन ओनली यू राइट द डेट ऑफ सबमिशन. ठीक है. Then we have to understand ki what type of review does our study qualify for. So if you have understood your protocol well, then only you will be able to understand ki what kind of a review your study qualifies for. As I said earlier as well, ki the major document which is reviewed in an IC is your protocol. All the queries which come majoritarily are on your protocol, because that is what says कि तुम अपने study में क्या कर रहे हो. ठीक है. So IC will review the ethical concerns that revolve around the procedure that you are following, the results that you are deriving, and where you are sending those results. So that all things are written in your protocol. So your protocol determines ki what kind of review your IC will go into. So agar most of our study go into a full board review, because it involves at least a minimal risk, because there is a participant interaction. ठीक है. But abhi minimal risk raha bhi, then also there are conditions where we can apply for expedited, but we'll come to it. Mainly most of us apply for a full board review, and it is safe to apply for a full board review. Okay. So what all things do we classify in a full board review? Research involving vulnerable populations. So अगर vulnerable population में, again we will see a list of things कि vulnerable population में क्या क्या आता है. ठीक है. And अगर risk minimal से ज़्यादा है, then also we'll have to do a full board review. Okay. Then study involving deception, study involving any proper investigation, clinical trial drug amendments वगैरह तो दूर का ही समझ लो. मतलब any interventional study you are doing, you have to 100% go for a full board review. But if you are doing a retrospective or a cross-sectional study, you can still think about a possibility of not getting a full board review, because it takes a lot of time, right? But you just before just deciding कि तुम अपने इसमें क्या क्या करने वाले हो, come back, go through this all points and just see कि तुम्हारे study में इसमें से कुछ भी है क्या. If yes, then your study will definitely go into full board review, exempt नहीं होगा. ठीक है. So let's see कि what is the procedure of a full board review. Okay, this is the thing that we have to follow. So once we have made all the documents, okay, what the documents, all the documents that we will be making, we submit that on the IC manager. Yeah, we'll submit one document here. We'll write the version number as suppose 1.0. 1.0. Okay. Date the annexure and write the yeah, suppose protocol, and upload the document from here. Okay. So this is how you upload one document in it. It will come and then I'll upload one document. So let's say protocol. Yeah. Protocol is now uploaded. Then वो एक एक करके upload करके we'll proceed to it. So what happens after you do that? You have to keep in mind the date before which you submit. It is very crucial. You have to submit your online submission before 20th of each month. That is, you have to submit it on 19th. Otherwise, तुम अगर 20th को submit करोगे तो तुम्हारा study और delay हो जाएगा. ठीक है? Because this is how the entire SOP works. You submit it to the admin, then admin will say कि query है नहीं है, we'll again come to that process. But just to give you a timeline, if you submit on suppose June 20th, then it will take almost 3.5 weeks for your thing to go into the meeting. Okay, for the meeting to happen, your thing to be reviewed in that meeting. कि मतलब अगर तुम जून 20th के पहले सबमिट करो तो जुलाई की मीटिंग में जाएगा. जुलाई की मीटिंग में गया एंड जुलाई की मीटिंग के 14 डेज के बाद तुम्हें करस्पॉन्डेंस आएगा कि तुम्हारे इसमें क्या हुआ है, रिजेक्ट हो गया, क्वेरी आई है, वो तुम्हें पता चलेगा. ठीक है. And once you then get a query letter, you have to write a reply to it, then submit it again. Then board members will again review it. If they feel it's fine enough, you will get an approval. If they don't feel it's fine enough, not satisfactory, you will again get another query. And this is the problem where most of the people get stuck in. Query pe query aata rehta hai. They don't understand how to answer those queries. They have a lot of loopholes in their protocols. They haven't studied the methodology properly. They just came up with a research idea and went about it, and there was lack of scientific basis to it, so queries will keep on coming. So hence I'm emphasizing it again and again कि जो methodology है और जो protocol writing है उसको अच्छे से सीखो. Okay. So then when can your documents be expedited from review? So when these are special criteria, and for that you have to fill an expedited review form as well. So for उसमें क्या क्या आएगा कि there is no more than minimal risk, research involving non-identifiable specimens. ठीक है, जो भी हमने लेस देन मिनिमल रिस्क पढ़ा था वो सब आएगा. देन इफ एक और बहुत इजी थिंग इज कि इफ यू आर डूइंग अ मल्टी सेंट्रिक रिसर्च, कि मतलब अगर कोई दूसरा सेंटर रिसर्च कर रहा है एंड यू आर वन ऑफ द पार्टिसिपेंट्स ऑफ इट, कि मतलब सपोज जेजे में रिसर्च हो रही है और केईएम इज अ कोलैबोरेटिंग सेंटर और जेजे में आईसी अप्रूवल हो चुका है. सो यू जस्ट हैव टू डू एन एक्सपेडिटेड रिव्यू फ्रॉम योर आईसी कि वहां पे अप्रूवल हो गया है, आप भी अप्रूव कर दो. सो दिस प्रोसेस इज क्वाइट सिंपल. What they do is you get a correspondence of what happened to you in 14 days. Suppose and इसका ये नहीं है कि तुम 19th को ही सबमिट करो या 20th को ही सबमिट करो. Whenever will be the next meeting, तुम उसके पहले सबमिट करोगे तो if it fits into the criteria which was discussed, fits into any of this criteria, it will go into expedited review and you will get a correspondence within 14 days कि query है, rejected हो गया है, क्या हो गया. ठीक है. And you will get your approval in minimum 1 month. ठीक है, 1 month में तुम्हारा अप्रूवल आ जाएगा. बट इफ यू गो फॉर अ फुल बोर्ड रिव्यू, इट विल एटलीस्ट टेक यू 2 months to get a thing. Then last is a exemption from review. So what things can be exempted? जो जिसमें ह्यूमन इन्वॉल्वमेंट है ही नहीं, कि मतलब कंसेंट किसका ले रहे हैं हम, ह्यूमन का ना. अगर ह्यूमन ही नहीं है उसमें, सो यू डोंट नीड कंसेंट. कि ऐसा जो पब्लिक डोमेन में डेटा है, माइक्रोब्स पे अगर रिसर्च कर रहे हो, ठीक है, ऑलरेडी पड़े हुए सैंपल्स पे रिसर्च कर रहे हो, जो ये है. ठीक है. फिर अदर थिंग्स विच आर स्पेशली कंसिडर फॉर एग्जाम्पशन ऑफ रिव्यू इसकी खुद का जो इंस्टीट्यूशन के अंदर जो इवैल्यूएशन प्रोसेसेस होते हैं, इवन दोज डोंट रिक्वायर एथिकल अप्रूवल. So if you do an educational audit, ki matlab if some professor is evaluating their teaching methods and then publishing it, that does not require an IC review. Okay. So these are the criteria which will exempt a thing from an IC review. Okay. So exempt, you just have to submit your initial annexure stating that these are the criteria I am satisfying. matlab exempted review का एक और annexure है, उसके हिसाब से your review will be exempted. So currently we will apply for a full board review. Okay. So if we are applying for a full board review, we have to click on a full board review. Then here write the name of the principal investigator. Write the qualifications here, like suppose MD, PSA. Okay. Then department, community, पूरा complete लिखो. मैं बस जल्दी लिख रहा हूँ ताकि जल्दी हो जाए. And address of communication, write mostly departmental address ही लिखते हैं. So write departmental address only. Presence of a co-principal investigator is a choice of the PI. कि they might suggest कि okay, I want this professor also to be in this study, so he or she might help me. So that person gets added as a co-principal investigator. So their name, qualification, etc. Then in co-investigators wala list, write your name, your qualification. Just write ki like second MBBS student, third MBBS student. डिपार्टमेंट नथिंग, सिर्फ सेट जीएसएमसी लिखो एंड राइट योर एड्रेस का, घर का, हॉस्टल का, कहीं पे भी लिख सकते हो, ठीक है. देन you have to write ki what are the number of studies that are currently there in with the principal investigator at that point of time. उसका वापस अलग से पूरा लिस्ट बनाना पड़ता है. अभी समझ रहा है ना, या मैं बहुत फास्ट जा रहा हूँ कि या मैं बहुत वेग बोल रहा हूँ? हाँ,
It's good.
it's good enough, right? Like first years tell me because Krishan all know. अभी तुम्हें समझ रहा है क्या मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? Right, okay. So duration of study mentioned same as what has been mentioned in the protocol. ठीक है, कुछ चेंज करने का जरूरत नहीं. अभी फंडिंग if you are getting from ICMR from any other institution then right की फंडिंग एजेंसी है. अगर इंस्टीट्यूट से अप्लाई किया है, लाइक डायमंड जुबली ट्रस्ट पे अप्लाई किया है, मतलब अपने कॉलेज में है, रिसर्च फंड मिलता है, बट आई डोंट नो हाउ टू अप्लाई टू इट, बट मिलता है, ठीक है. सो अगर उसके लिए अप्लाई किया है, इंस्टीट्यूशनल फंडिंग मिल रही है, देन राइट इंस्टीट्यूशनल फंडिंग. अदरवाइज मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टडीज दैट यू विल डू विल बी फंडेड बाय योर ओन पॉकेट, ठीक है. सो मोस्टली राइट सेल्फ फंडेड ओनली, एंड अगर सेल्फ फंडेड कर रहे हो देन यू हैव टू फिल अ लेटर ऑफ अंडरटेकिंग बाय पीआई, ठीक है. उसका भी फॉर्मेट है टेम्पलेट्स में. देन दिस आर द मेन थिंग्स दैट वी विल डू. कि अभी सपोज वी टेक द एग्जांपल कि हम लोग कैप स्टडी कर रहे हैं कोविड का ही, ठीक है. सो व्हाट विल बी फिल हियर, टाइप ऑफ स्टडी में हम क्या डालेंगे, ये हर जगह टिक करना होता है. एनीवन? हेलो, क्या कहाँ डालूं मैं यहाँ पे चेक बॉक्स? नहीं, आकांक्षा? ओके, सो या क्रॉस, या कुछ बोले?
नहीं.
Okay, so one will be cross sectional, other is ki we are assessing their behavior as well, ki what do they perceive, what they currently practice, ठीक है. So उसके लिए we will have to classify this as a social behavioral study as well, ठीक है. We are अभी इसके अलावा कुछ भी रहा, अगर स्टडी प्रोस्पेक्टिव है, रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव है, क्वालिटेटिव है, क्वांटिटेटिव है. क्वालिटेटिव क्वांटिटेटिव का फर्क समझो. क्वालिटेटिव डज नॉट मीन कि यू आर असेसिंग क्वालिटेटिव फैक्टर्स इन योर स्टडी. मतलब अगर तुम बोलो कि मैं क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ असेस कर रहा हूँ यूजिंग अ स्केल, दैट इज अ क्वांटिटेटिव स्टडी ओनली बिकॉज यू आर प्रेजेंटिंग योर डेटा इन नंबर्स. क्वालिटेटिव स्टडी इज कंप्लीटली अ डिस्क्रिप्टिव स्टडी विच डज नॉट इन्वॉल्व एनी नंबर्स. स्मॉल सैंपल साइज में you get an open-ended response from the participants. So any study which involves your result presentation in numbers is a quantitative study only. ठीक है, इसमें तुम पूरे इसमें मल्टीपल टिक बॉक्सेस कर सकते हो. इफ यू आर मेकिंग इट अ प्रोस्पेक्टिव देन इट माइट और माइट नॉट बी कोहर्ट. सो उसके हिसाब से डू इट. अभी सैंपल साइज जो तुमने प्रोटोकॉल में कैलकुलेट किया यूजिंग द हेल्प ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिशियन, राइट दैट. बट इफ यू आर प्लानिंग टू कंडक्ट अ मल्टी सेंट्रिक स्टडी की जिसमें मल्टीपल सेंटर्स इन्वॉल्व है, जिसमें सपोज कि केईएम से डेटा है, जेजे से डेटा है, जीएमसी नागपुर से है, जीएमसी नांदेड़ से है, हर जगह से डेटा है, तो यू हैव टू से कि तुम्हारे केईएम के यहाँ से तुम कितना डेटा ले रहे हो. सो दैट यू हैव टू राइट. इफ इट इज नॉट कि तुम एक ही जगह से सब कुछ ले रहे हो, देन राइट एंटायर सैंपल साइज हियर ओनली इन द डेटा साइज. कि सपोज 434 किया था ना कल, सो वो लिख देंगे. एंड क्योंकि पूरा हम मुंबई के इससे कर रहे हैं ना, देयर आर नो अदर हॉस्पिटल्स इन्वॉल्व, सो एंटायर थिंग विल बी हियर ओनली. यहाँ पे विल मेंशन नील. ओके, ग्लोबली भी नहीं चाहिए. If you have divided your participants into two groups, suppose in a case control or a cohort study, just mention कि हर group में कितने हैं, and justification of sample size is same as what has been written in the protocol, just copy paste it. This for a study which is not a multicentric study, it only requires what, just write कि ये है, no review for scientific committee has been done, ठीक है, अगर क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स वगैरह के लिए चाहिए रहता है, ये अपने नॉर्मल छोटे मोटे स्टडीज के लिए नहीं चाहिए होता। अगर मल्टी सेंट्रिक स्टडी है तो बस यहाँ पे मल्टी सेंटर वाला डाल देना, मतलब कोई और से कोलैबोरेटिव है तो मल्टी सेंटर डालना, ठीक है। अदरवाइज इट्स completely not applicable to us. Then we will say कि what are our study participants as we have defined in our study population only, कि who are our study participants yesterday. In suppose we say कि COVID-19 vaccination का perceptions हमें देखना है, so who will be our study participants? Who are our study participants in the protocol yesterday? कोई नहीं था क्या? अगर इफ वी से कि मुझे कोविड-19 वैक्सीनेशन का चाहिए, चैट बॉक्स में मत डालो यार। ओके 18 प्लस, प्लीज अनम्यूट करके बोलोगे तो इजी रहेगा। मैं ऑलरेडी बहुत सारे टैब्स के बीच में स्विच कर रहा हूँ, आई वोंट बी वेरी कन्वीनियंट विद इट, ठीक है। तो ओके 18 प्लस, सो ये 18 प्लस क्या है, इनमें से किस कैटेगरी में क्लासिफाई होता है? हेल्दी वॉलंटियर्स है, पेशेंट्स है, वल्नरेबल ग्रुप्स है, क्या है?
हेल्दी वॉलंटियर है।
हेल्दी वॉलंटियर है, ग्रेट। बट अगर मैं वही स्टडी करता कि सपोज मैं बोलता कि टू असेस स्क्रीन एडिक्शन इन पेशेंट्स कमिंग टू साइकेट्रिक ओपीडी, तो मेरा पेशेंट हो जाता ना वो, ठीक है। सो अकॉर्डिंगली यू से कि व्हाट इज योर थिंग, एंड वल्नरेबल ग्रुप्स इज कंप्लीटली अ स्पेशल पॉपुलेशन, ठीक है। चिल्ड्रन, प्रेग्नेंट वुमेन, वो सब वहां पे चला जाएगा। सो लेट्स से कि नाउ दिस इज then now how are you recruiting the participants? So according to the protocol which we made yesterday, does anyone remember how were we recruiting the participants? What was the way we circulated the questionnaire to get their cap responses, or it's just a common sense thing कि मतलब ठीक है कल के सेशन में नहीं भी आए होंगे,
ऑनलाइन स्टडी हो तो सोशल मीडिया के थ्रू किया था, और अगर ऑफलाइन हो तो वो या तो टेलीफोनिकली कर सकता है या तो बाय विजिटिंग इंडिविजुअल के घर पे जाके।
राइट राइट। तो अगर टेलीफोनिकली मेरे को करना रहेगा तो मुझे नंबर्स चाहिए होंगे, राइट?
हाँ
तो
हाँ हाँ
वो नंबर्स उनके नंबर्स भी अगर तो मेरे पास अगर हेल्दी वॉलंटियर से नंबर्स है मेरे पास, तो फिर मेरे को एथिक्स को स्टेट करना पड़ेगा कि मेरे पास वो नंबर्स आए कहाँ से, ठीक है। तो अगर मैं टेलीफोन बोलता हूँ तो मेरे को यहाँ पे अदर्स में स्पेसिफाई करना पड़ेगा कि मेरा वो रिकॉर्ड्स आया कहाँ से, ठीक है, कि देयर नंबर्स वुड बी ऑब्टेन्ड फ्रॉम दिस प्लेस, ओके। बट अभी अगर हाँ, और हम लोग बोले थे कि स्लम्स में जाके भी ऑफलाइन विजिट्स करेंगे, ऐसा भी बोला ना,
हाँ
राइट?
या
तो ये आउटसाइड हॉस्पिटल है तो हम यहाँ पे स्पेसिफाई कर देंगे कि बाय विजिटिंग स्लम्स, मतलब थोड़ा डिटेल में लिखेंगे कि बाय विजिटिंग स्लम्स ऑफ दिस एरिया एंड सैम्पलिंग दिस हाउसेस, ठीक है। जैसा थोड़ा प्रोटोकॉल में लिखा उसका एकदम शॉर्ट में लिखेंगे यहाँ पे। So now these are the list of vulnerable groups. These are the groups who are who have more ethical concerns, because they can easily be tricked into getting into a research, or they can be easily harmed by getting into a research. Okay, so children who are under the age of 18, people who are mentally or physically disabled, who are elderly, socio-economically disadvantaged. मतलब socio-economically disadvantaged का ethical concern क्या हो सकता है कि ठीक है बंदा गरीब है, मैं उसे रिसर्च में ले रहा हूँ, क्या तकलीफ है?
Bribing, like you can bribe them for a study.
Yeah. So is it ethical?
No.
Okay, we'll see. Some kinds of providing incentive is ethical, but that is a different thing altogether. But socio-economically disadvantaged को अगर तुम पैसा दे रहे हो, then it's bribe only to come into a research. Okay, we are making them more vulnerable. Then pregnant women, lactation women का no question, there is risk to the fetus. Students, employees and nurses, why are they vulnerable?
You can get biased results from them.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can, like अगर मेरी कोई प्रोफेसर है जो बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट है, and she comes into my classroom and tells कि मैं रिसर्च कर रही हूँ, तुम्हें पार्टिसिपेंट करना है. So do I have a voluntary right to say no? I know I have, but will I say no? will I?
No, no.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
Yes.
there is where so that is when the ethical regards come into play. So we have to see कि अभी हमारे इसमें कोई है क्या, कि अगर हम स्लम्स में जा रहे हैं तो कोई सोशो इकोनॉमिकली डिसएडवांटेज्ड हो सकता है, कोई एल्डरली हो सकता है. अगर हम चिल्ड्रन से डेटा कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, then there are other ethical concerns which come up. We have to take different kinds of consent from them, which we will see how to make them. Okay, ठीक है. So ये हो गया. Justifying inclusion exclusion criteria is simply on what basis have you decided inclusion exclusion criteria. That is not much of a problem. ठीक है. Risk we have discussed. So what kind, where will you tick here कि कौन सा kind का risk है अपने study में?
Minimal
Which
risk, na?
yeah, there is minimal risk because we are interacting with the participant. So there is some kind of risk involved. We might ask him some question which might give him some uh, emotional discomfort as well, right? So that is classified as a risk as well. So what is the benefit from this study? Can a participant benefit from a CAP study? Huh? Yeah,
Not always.
they may not. If you say they might benefit from just filling the questionnaire, then no. If they are filling the questionnaire and you are saying it might enhance their knowledge, then no, they are not getting directly benefited. But after filling the questionnaire, if you like provide a link there of ethical, like proper verified resources from where they can get knowledge, or give them posters after, or provide them knowledge after filling the form, then only there is direct benefit. Okay. सो आई से कि मैं गूगल फॉर्म के लिंक के लास्ट में डाल रहा हूँ ऐसा कुछ, ठीक है. फिर सोसाइटी को तो डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट है ही, साइंस को देयर इज इनडायरेक्ट बेनिफिट. सो यहाँ पे यस नो डाल देंगे. सो कंसेंट, लेट्स कम बैक टू कंसेंट. सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली डू यू थिंक इज कंसेंट एंड व्हाई इज इट रिक्वायर्ड?
Ethical
Consent
होता
is
है.
required because the participant should know what is the study and what are they getting into.
They should be aware what they're taking part in.
they have that right to know ना कि what they are getting into. Like you cannot just say कि sir मैं आपका भी data ले रहा हूँ, and after some time you will just publish it and then person will come and sue you. He told I never told कि तू इसे publish कर सकता है. So when you are giving consent form to them, you are safeguarding both. You are safeguarding yourself as well as them. Then you have a document to say कि okay, you signed this. I told you to read it completely. If you did not read it completely, I made sure you did it completely. Now you cannot sue me because you have signed it. Okay. So that is the things. So अभी there are different kinds of consent. कि अभी देखो कि यहाँ पे इतने सारे चेक बॉक्सेस है. हमें सिर्फ साइंड कंसेंट के बारे में पता है कि हमने साइन ले लिया, डन. अभी ओरल कंसेंट है, वेवर ऑफ कंसेंट है, विटनेस कंसेंट है, कंसेंट फ्रॉम LAR, चिल्ड्रन के लिए अलग कंसेंट. सो ये सब कैसे लेना है, ठीक है. सो लेट्स सी ओनली साइंड कंसेंट फर्स्ट. ठीक है. we'll work with the template as well simultaneously. Okay. Till it opens, I'll explain कि ये जो informed consent है, how to just administer it. You explain all the details to the participants which is there in the information sheet. ठीक है. You read it out. You have to make sure कि if your participants are outside working population, if they are not students or employees, you have to expect कि they might not know English. Okay. So you have to translate your questionnaire as well as your informed consent document so that they can understand it. अभी ये तुम ट्रांसलेशन खुद से भी करा सकते हो, पे करके ट्रांसलेटर से भी करा सकते हो. खुद से करना is easy only. ठीक है. Like does not require much of an effort. उसका भी actually translated version से I'll upload that as well. ठीक है. Hindi translated version, Marathi translated versions are there. I'll upload those also. So this is the basic format how an ICD has to be made. Blanks have been given everywhere. जहाँ पे भी you have to write and anything additional I have put up in the brackets कि कहाँ पे क्या additional लिखना है. So everything else is self-explanatory. So you just have to know कि okay, something like this exists. I have to take a sign here. If there is a witness, so we'll come witness का क्या करना है. You have to make sure कि the participant has ticked the box, the participant has signed or made a thumb impression. Okay, and this document has to be preserved. So what if my participant is illiterate? What should I do? What should be my first thing? कि मतलब मेरा participant आया, but he says he is illiterate. So what should I do?
Orally explain.
Orally, I'll explain. So orally, I have explained him. So is he still capable of consenting?
Well, not
What is the
really. If
proof?
thumbprint, I guess. If like you could take a thumbprint.
Yeah, he'll give a thumbprint, but he has not read it, and no one else can verify that I have said him the right things. Okay, because I can read it and I can explain it. जो लिखा हुआ है, that will be my proof. He has not read it. So to prove that, you need a legal acceptable representative, which is most often a family relative only who knows how to read and write. Okay, so you explain the things to that person as well as the participant and get the sign from the relative. ठीक है? Here तुम जो यहाँ पे witness वाला जो part है, witness वाले में your LAR will sign. ठीक है? And here participant will give his thumb impression. Okay, but what if both are illiterate, like everyone in the family does not know what is going on? Then you have to take some person कि कैसा ले सकते हैं कि मतलब अभी some person who is impartial. अभी nurse, ward boys etc are partial towards you, so you have to take a random person from the suppose another patient who knows something and then give him as a witness and वहाँ पे उसका sign लेंगे यहाँ पे कि like you have उसके सामने you will explain everything and then you will take a sign from that witness. Okay, so is the template of ICD and the procedure of administering the normal ICD clear? Yeah, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So ICD is done. So now what should I do if I cannot do a study offline? My study in the pandemic, I cannot do offline study. I have contact numbers of all the people whom I need to contact, but I cannot give them consent form and tell them to sign. So I'll take a telephonic consent. So telephonic consent के लिए what will I do? I'll prepare a script. Including all the things which were mentioned in this informed consent document. अभी ये जितना भी headings था informed consent document का, जितना भी headings है, I'll make that in the form of a script. So I'll show you how that script looks. Oh, okay, I have to wrap it up in another half an hour max. So suppose this is your telephonic consent ka guidelines. So you have to make a script something like this. So you have to say whatever you will be telling that participant on telephone, you have to write it on a piece of paper and submit it to IC. I will be saying these things, and below you have to mention ki date on which the call was made, did the participant consent or not, and then you sign there. Okay? So you have to make it in the form of a script, and you have to document it. You have to have it on a piece of paper or on an Excel sheet. This participant consented on this date and I took it. Okay? Then next, online consent. This is very frequently given in online questionnaires. Online questionnaires में यहाँ पे तुम्हारा study title रहेगा. Then you have to mention these things कि you are invited to participate in the study, and you can attach this entire form that you have made in form of a Google document or a Google Drive link, जिसमें the participant can click on it and view, and you have to keep a button there compulsorily based on which only he can proceed and view the next questionnaire. If you don't keep this checkbox, then it's of no use. The participant has to tick this checkbox to go ahead and fill the questionnaire. So this is the only criteria which most of the journal articles also mention, कि there has to be a clickable checkbox below the consent whatever you are providing in an online consent. Okay, this is something extra which if you want you can read about it. I'll provide the PPT. Audio visual consent करके है, इसमें बेसिकली जिसमें हायर एथिकल कंसर्न्स लगता है कि क्लिनिकल ट्रायल वगैरह में, देयर यू टेक ऑडियो विजुअल कंसर्न टू मेक श्योर कि द investigator is not tricking the participant into participating in the study. Okay, this is one of the main things that we need to learn कि चिल्ड्रन में कंसेंट कैसे लेते हैं. अभी चिल्ड्रन के लिए ना हमें एसेंट लेना पड़ता है. So let's see what an assent document looks like. Okay, open fast. Okay, Maria man is here. Interesting. So let the document open. Yeah. So this is the assent document. It has been made according to the annexure which has been provided on the IC website itself. Okay. So the compared to an informed consent document which is written in a very formal language, an assent has to be written in a very childish informal language so that the child can read and understand it very easily. Okay, this is the classical template of it. You wherever the brackets have been mentioned, like mention the details of your project over there, and when you get it, you have to write the study was explained to whom, like you have to write the name of the child. Then you have to write ki the person who administered the assent. Ki if you administer the assent, then you write ki you have written it. Okay, then the child will sign or put his thumb impression. So this is not the only thing that is required. You have taken an assent from the child, but the child is a minor. He is not capable of consenting. So a legal acceptable representative or a parent of the child must be present when you are administering this assent, and you have to take the informed consent from that parent as well. So uska bhi template hai, matlab it is actually normal ICD का template only. The language framing is changed. उसमें जहाँ पे भी ICD में हम you लिखते हैं, यहाँ पे हम लिखेंगे your child is invited to participate. Your child, हम तुम्हारे child के साथ ये करेंगे, तुम्हारे child का procedure ये रहेगा, etc. Right? Your child is invited to participate. Your child will be one of the approximately how many participants. वैसा will be framing questions. Okay. So based on age groups, the kinds of assent differ. So a child above 13 is expected to be giving a written assent. A child below is expected to give a verbal assent. कि मतलब I'll explain this thing to him verbally. He will assent verbally. Then I'll take उसके पहले I have to take a signed consent from the parent. Without taking a signed consent from the parent, I cannot talk to the child. ठीक है. And below 12 के लिए child से बात करने का जरूरत नहीं. Just take whatever is required from the parent. Okay. Waiver of consent will come थोड़ा later. आराम से आते हैं waiver of consent पे. It is थोड़ा tricky thing. उसका criteria से उसके पहले we will see कि so we have to tick whatever is there, whatever things you have mentioned in your ICD. These things remain mostly classical, तो इसलिए पहले से tick करके रखा है. If there is anything additional that you are mentioning in the ICD, then tick it accordingly. Okay. Compensation has to be mostly written as NA because compensation जो है, we usually don't provide it in observational studies because a participant is not at any risk, or we mostly कुछ risk या harm हुआ patient को, then you are providing a compensation. Incentive to participate in study is different. कि मतलब अगर a participant is coming for an interventional study or a participant is coming for a retrospective study as well, and वो बहुत considerable time के लिए तुम्हारे साथ बैठ रहा है, you are taking too much time out of his schedule, then only you are providing an incentive to him, and that incentive also has to be ethically justified. Okay, so mostly we are not involved in such kinds of studies, so we may just write कि not applicable. Okay, so if applicable, then write कि who will bear, कहाँ से पैसा आया, etc. ठीक है. So if we are, so mostly try to collect your data anonymously unless and until very required. कि मतलब अगर I'll mention in the informed consent as well कि देखो informed consent में confidentiality and compensation of participant, these are the two things. So confidentiality, all the records will be kept confidential all the times. No identifying information will be taken. But if a study requires to record name, contact details to follow up the patient, like if you are providing an a follow-up study or a cohort study, you will have to record which person came to you. Then you will have to code them. You cannot like keep them identifiable. Okay, so avoid identifiable most of the times unless it's a very special thing which even I don't know of कि मतलब mostly हर चीज रिवर्सिबली कोड की जा सकती है. ठीक है, तो रिवर्सिबली कोड करके रखो. लाइक इफ द पार्टिसिपेंट्स, लाइक फॉर माई सेल्फ, इफ आई हैव टेकन माई रिकॉर्ड्स की मतलब सपोज शिरीष राव है, सो आई विल कोड हिम एज 1. ओके, सो द अदर पर्सन आउटसाइड अगर किसी ने देख लिया तो ही विल नो कि 1 का ये है, ही विल नॉट नो कि शिरीष राव का ये है. ओके, सो दैट इज कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी का ये. You have to keep the data in a secure computer at a secure place, password protected hona chahiye. This all have to be mentioned. The like breach of the confidentiality is a very major ethical concern and is the actually the major ethical concern kyunki matlab the participant ka data should not be leaked in public domain, so special consideration must be given to this. Then write ki where will the data be published? Yes, it will be published in or presented in scientific articles. If you are doing a collaborative study and sending the data samples somewhere else, so write ki the data report would be sent to this laboratory or this institution for further analysis. Okay. And then all these check boxes are standard. ठीक है, इसमें से कुछ चेक बॉक्सेस है which don't apply for most of the studies. कि मतलब अगर इंजरी वगैरह हो रहा है, मतलब अभी हार्म नहीं है तो इंजरी नहीं होगा. लेफ्ट ओवर सैंपल्स की मतलब इफ यू आर नॉट डूइंग एनी इंटरवेंशन विद पार्टिसिपेंट्स एंड लेफ्ट ओवर सैंपल्स इज नॉट अ थिंग दैट विल बी अप्लाइड हियर. ओके, सो these are the things that we just have to check all these boxes. Then write the name of the PI, get her sign. So here is where the tricky part comes. So now we are in a pandemic and we are at homes. So अगर मुझे अभी रिसर्च करना है, then I'll tell कि अच्छा professor is at college, I am at home, then how will I get this sign? So currently मैंने अभी pandemic में 2-3 पेपर डाले हैं and IC has accepted e-signs. Okay, just ask the PI or any of the investigators whom you cannot contact to provide them an e-signature. You can just tell them to sign on a blank paper, white paper, and scan it using a scanner and send it to you. Then you convert that thing into an image and paste it over here. Okay, then provide the date. Then this checklist is very important. Most of the things here are not applicable to most of the studies because it requires collaborative things. For a study which is completely initiated by you and requires data collection from only limited number of places, only these things are required. As I said, cover letter अभी हम बनाना सीखेंगे. ठीक है, ब्रीफ सीवी ऑफ ऑल इन्वेस्टिगेटर्स, जीसीबी प्रैक्टिस का हम बताया. अभी सीवी का भी अलग से फॉर्मेट है आईसी का. ठीक है, सो प्रोटोकॉल हैज बीन मेड, इन्फॉर्म कंसेंट डॉक्यूमेंट हैज बीन मेड बाय अस, एसेंट हैज बीन मेड. अगर एसेंट लगता है तो एसेंट हैज बीन मेड, हाउ वी नो हाउ टू मेक एन एसेंट. क्वेश्चनर हैज आल्सो बीन मेड. These are all required for multicentric trials or investigational trials, or interventional trials. Okay, you have to get a letter of permission from dean, PI, questionnaire validation. So now we will see. So now let's see the letters. अभी यहाँ तक समझा? Initial annexure समझ गया सबको? Yeah.
Yes.
Initial,
एक
everyone is
doubt
clear with the
है,
initial annexure. हाँ बोलो ना.
अगर लाइक वी आर पार्टिसिपेटिंग एज फर्स्ट ईयर्स तो फिर सीवी हमारा क्या होगा?
अरे मैं सीवी का भी टेम्पलेट बताता हूँ ना, उसमें कुछ नहीं लिखना होता. मैं आई विल शो द सीवी का टेम्पलेट. आईसी का सीवी इज वेरी सिंपल. इट जस्ट आस्क कि तुम्हारा रिसर्च एक्सपीरियंस कितना है. दैट्स इट. सी you write your name here, your affiliation, your address, telephone number, qualification would be HSC. Okay, if you are in first year. And ये यहाँ पे ये सिर्फ मेडिकल प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए. previous other affiliation again medical professionals के लिए. So if you are a first year and you are doing your second project, then mention the name of your first project which you are involved in. If it's your first project, just write none. Okay, relevant training you can write you have attended training session, you have completed your GCP certificate, you have attended workshops from Aspire, or you have attended workshops from somewhere else. If you have like if you have any relevant publications to your name, just write those. इतना ही चाहिए रहता है, just your sign and date. You don't require your extracurricular activities का CV etc. for IC review. ठीक है, CV is clear?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, CV is clear as well. So
One thing,
ICT is
Suresh, we could
yeah
uh,
yeah bolo.
we could write ongoing research too, right? I mean, if it's IEC approved,
Yeah
we
yeah
could write that too.
yeah. अभी CV
Okay, thanks.
format में projects undertaken in last 5 years में you can write your ongoing projects.
Sure, thanks.
You have to write your ongoing projects over here. ठीक है. So we have covered most of the things regarding consent, right? Except waiver of consent, we have covered everything. In the protocol was covered yesterday. We have covered CV. We have covered the initial annexure. Okay. So let's look at the letters. कि cover letter बनाना है. इतना नेट कौन ज्वाइन किया भाई? Okay. So this is the like till last year there wasn't any standard format for cover letter. This has been recently introduced in August last year. कि August 2020 में जो नया SOP update हुआ है, उसके हिसाब से there is this standard format of cover letter in which you have to fill up the things. You don't have to write the letter right from scratch. ठीक है? Just mention your version number, date of the protocol, title of the thing. Again write the title. Then these are all the standard things which are required. So I have like ये usually blank रहता है, मैंने already भर दिया है इसमें, और the template is like that only. कि initial review will always be required, document receipt form will always be required, delegation of responsibilities will be required. This may or may not be required. Okay. अगर तुम स्टूडेंट्स मतलब खुद के इंस्टीट्यूशन के या किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूशन के स्टूडेंट से एम्प्लॉयज पे रिसर्च नहीं कर रहे हो, देन दिस इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. ओके. GCP इज ऑलवेज रिक्वायर्ड, CV rest all the things. और अब इसके आगे जो भी चाहिए you can keep adding. ठीक है. Then mention the names of PI, co-PI, right? Then if this is something which many people have got doubt, and even like I have a doubt regarding this. कि what should you write here? कि if the PI gets retired or promoted. So best answer to this will be given by PI himself or herself. कि what would that be done? Or just call and ask IC once कि my PI is this, my PI is at this post and is not going to be transferred or retired. So what should I write here? Okay, that is the best way what you can do it. Recruitment strategy just mention in very brief कि अगर तुम मुंबई से online data collect कर रहे हो, just write कि through online questionnaire by circulating online questionnaire on social media platforms. ठीक है. कि अभी collaborating departments है क्या, कि अभी community medicine का मैं collaboration कर सकता हूँ clinical pharmac से to see कि मतलब vaccine वाला दोनों ने collaborate किया है. So I have to mention कि अच्छा हाँ this is collaborated है. ठीक है. Then what else? Then funding के बारे में जैसा जो था उसके वैसे लिखेंगे, और approximate budget just write. If you think there is no cost from your pocket required, like apart from whatever you are doing from IC, that is not the cost. Cost is कि तुम IC approval के बाद जो भी cost आता है, कि मतलब अगर printing cost है, compensation है, या तुम्हें कुछ equipments use करने हैं, वो सब का cost लग रहा है, those are the costs. ठीक है. IC review के लिए जो पैसा लगा वो सब cost में नहीं आएगा. फिर अगर ये अगेन मल्टीपल कोलैबोरेटिंग सेंटर्स के लिए, those things are not required. So this is the thing that has to be requested from your PI to be filled. You have to ask them कि in how many projects are they currently there. उन हर एक प्रोजेक्ट का डिटेल्स चाहिए होता है कि वो प्रोजेक्ट का रिक्रूटमेंट कहाँ तक आया है, कितना एनरोल हुआ है, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. सो मोस्टली दे विल गिव यू कॉन्टैक्ट ऑफ देयर PG रेसिडेंट who is making a thesis with them. So they will mostly give you all the details कि यहाँ पे कैसे भरना है, क्या भरना है. ठीक है. So यहाँ पे those things once that's filled, just get a sign from your PI. And this is very very important कि it has to be stamped, signed and forwarded by the HOD of the department. Otherwise IC admin will give this letter back to you and you will have to wait back for 1 month. If it is not signed and stamped by the HOD, 1 month is gone. Okay. Like if you are submitting on 18th and your IC admin raised the query on 21st, okay, you have not got the sign, then you again wait for next 19th and your project will keep getting delayed. Okay. So cover letter done. Fine. What else? What next? Dean permission letter. you have to get a permission letter from the dean that you are conducting a study in his institute. So just mention the title, mention the objective of the study, mention what population would be studied, mention the methodology in very brief, and write कि no routine academic or administrative activities would be disturbed and would involve minimal risk. Okay, that's the only major things that are required to send it to dean sir. There like I haven't encountered any cases of sir not signing such permissions. He gives the permissions of for such kind of things very easily. Okay, so फिर क्वेश्चनर वैलिडेशन लेटर, ये स्टैंडर्ड टेम्पलेट है, इसमें ज्यादा कुछ अंडरस्टैंड करने का कोशिश मत करो. जस्ट मेक श्योर कि वंस यू हैव गॉट द वैलिडेशन का जो प्रोसेस अन्वेषी ने बताया, वंस that's done, like once everyone has rated your questionnaire, once everyone is satisfied with your questionnaire, you have made adequate changes to your questionnaire, whoever has validated your questionnaire get their sign on it. Okay, and as Anveshi also mentioned, there has to be minimum of 6 professors or 6 experts who have to validate your questionnaire. Okay, so those 6 experts से ले लो, it can be from same department as well as different department depending on the relevance of your study. ठीक है, so ये letter भी हो गया. MOU I will not discuss currently because it's for collaborative research and वो time जाएगा उसमें. Undertaking by the PI, this has to be on the letterhead of the department. ठीक है, अगर department letterhead नहीं देता है, then just mention it like this. IC accept कर लेते हैं कभी-कभी. Just write the name of the principal investigator, title of the study, and mention कि all the costs in the study would be bared by the PI. Okay, although you will have to contribute to that cost as well. So we are done with the letters as well. So does anyone have any doubt with the letters? सारे लेटर्स बन गए? Anyone? कुछ तो बोलो.
No doubts.
No doubts, right? So if you are required to make any, so now you are completely confident you can make an initial annexure as well as you can make all the letters. Okay, you can make the informed consent document as well. Now we'll go to vulnerable annexures. That's the only thing. So vulnerable annexures में mostly I'll only discuss the most common ones. The most common one is the ये student वाला only, and I'll discuss the children वाला. I'll not discuss the other annexures. Other annexures are also self-explanatory and completely based on what your study protocol is. So उसमें ज़्यादा डिटेल में जाने का जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है, so let's see children का. So here again mention the name of the investigator, study title, then you have to say ki what kind of risk does it involve. So as we saw ki risks ka classification kya hai, if it's just normal routine treatment based, just write it's minimal, or if it is intervention based which might involve risk, classify the risks accordingly. Then keep checking this check boxes ki abhi सब का अलग अलग जस्टिफिकेशंस है कि मतलब पेरेंट्स नेसेसरी है क्या, असेंट ले रहे हो क्या, असेंट नहीं ले रहे हो क्या, रिस्क मिनिमाइज किए है क्या, स्टडी नॉर्मल वॉलंटियर्स पे हो रहा है कि पेशेंट्स पे हो रहा है. यू जस्ट हैव टू लाइक check all the check boxes according to your protocol only. There is no big brainer in it. You don't have to put much of your brain into it कि अरे यार मेरे को ये नहीं समझ रहा, वो नहीं समझ रहा. It is very simple kind of a thing जो अपने प्रोटोकॉल में लिखा है. If that is written here, just say yes. If it is not, just say no. Or if it's not applicable, say not applicable. Okay, get it signed from your PI. You can get you can get a e-signature, or if you are available here, okay, involving study employees. So ये already tick करके रखा है because this is like most of the things get covered in your protocol. And like if you say no somewhere, then they will ask कि क्यों नहीं किया है, etc. So like अभी supervisor or employer, like you are taking permission from the dean, right? Then where you risk has to be minimized, then participant have to be assured कि will not be affected. मतलब तुम consent document में you have to mention mention कि your withdrawal from the study or your non-consent of participating in the study will not affect your academics in any ways. That has to be mentioned. ठीक है, confidentiality maintain करनी है, etc. ठीक है, voluntary basis पे ही लेना है, so you have to make sure कि you don't force any person. So this has to be just checked. Okay. So these are the most common vulnerable annexures which we are requiring. Other than that, now we will go to 2-3 more annexures which are commonly used. Okay, we'll go to now we'll cover what? We'll cover expedited review, exempted review, socio-behavioral annexure of delegation of responsibilities. Okay, and document receipt form. Once we cover these annexures, we are done. Mostly we are done. Okay. So let's see. Exempted. Achha, this is exempted. Okay. So this is expedited from review. So as I said, you have to see if your study falls into any of this criteria, you are eligible to get an expedited approval. If your study is being done during an emergency or a disaster, like in case of an ये मतलब अभी ये emergency का दो मतलब है कि when are you obtaining the ये कि मतलब if the person is coming in to the ICU and you are doing study on them, then it's completely the study is being done during an emergency and you बाकी के इन पे भी, so you will have to take a gatekeeper consent etc. ठीक है. Other kind of an emergency is कि currently मतलब epidemic pandemics के during पैंडेमिक रिलेटेड रिसर्च कि मतलब अगर मैं कोविड रिलेटेड रिसर्च करता हूँ, कोर कोविड रिलेटेड रिसर्च करता हूँ, then it can be expedited from review provided it does not involve vulnerable groups. If it involves vulnerable groups, it will go into full board review. I have tried doing it. I submitted my expedited review in August. It didn't work out. It got 1 month delayed, फिर और 1 month delayed. So और delay होता जाएगा. So be very sure कि if your study classifies into expedited review or not. ठीक है. So ये सारे criteria अपने इसमें देख लेना. Vulnerable population इधर yes आया तो मान लो कि maximum amount of time your study would not be eligible for expedited. Maximum amount of time. Okay. So that's it. That's ज़्यादा कुछ है नहीं इसमें. Same thing goes for exempted from review as well. Okay, this is exemption from review. So again, you have to see कि तुम्हारा study meta analysis है, public behavior, observation of public behavior, like information not recorded without linked identifiers. ठीक है. अगर तुम सिर्फ food quality assess कर रहे हो, public health program assess कर रहे हो, college का teaching programs assess कर रहे हो, then those don't require IEC approval. But you have to notify IEC कि you are doing something like this. So you have to fill the initial annexures, you have to fill this annexure and submit it. And you will get an approval in 14 days. Okay, you will get a correspondence in 14 days regarding whatever is there. Okay, this is done. Social behavioral research. So for a social behavioral research mainly क्या होगा कि मैं कोई quantitative या qualitative study कर रहा हूँ, which is mainly assessing the society के factors like community factors as well as their behavioral factors. कि मतलब अगर कोई psychiatry study है then it's a behavioral study. Public health research again मतलब कोई मैं community based study कर रहा हूँ, then I have to choose कि what all are there. So what will I take here कि मेरा अगर मैं वो COVID-19 वाला study कर रहा हूँ then what will I take here? हाँ, डेटा कलेक्शन मेथड में क्या टिक करूंगा? Is everyone awake?
Observational.
Observation. What observation am I doing? मैं हाँ या क्वेश्चनर सर्वे टिक करेंगे ना. You are taking a survey based study है ना, right?
Yes.
ठीक है. So if once that's done, then what else will we do? ठीक है. If interview is being taken, is audio recording being done? तो अभी audio recording अगर हो रही है, फिर उसके अगर अलग ethical concerns होते हैं, then you have to justify them कि क्यों audio recording हो रही है, फिर उनका consent में वो mention रहेगा क्या. फिर अगर audio visual recording हो रही है, then you have to make the face anonymous, मतलब फेस को पूरा ब्लर वगैरह करके फिर पेशेंट का अलग से कंसेंट लेके if you are publishing the audio visual things as well, then you have to again take a permission from the patient ki okay, I am publishing this things of you and this has been anonymized etc. Okay, so these things are standard कि क्या confidentiality रखी जाएगी नहीं रखी जाएगी. अगर नहीं रखी जाएगी then प्लीज मेंशन कि अगर रिवर्स कोडिंग किया जाएगा या कितना प्रोटेक्शन किया जाएगा कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी में. मतलब अगर एनोनिमिटी नहीं रखी जाएगी तो कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी पर मेंटेन होनी ही चाहिए. इफ कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी इज नॉट बीइंग मेंटेन देन यू विल गेट स्क्रूड फ्रॉम लाइक आईसी. ठीक है, फिर you have to justify कि how benefits outweigh the risk. If the risk is outweighing the benefits, then again you are in trouble कि you are wasting person's time, you are not giving any benefit, then you have to still try and mention something which might convince IC ki, okay, this is in favor of science, society, as well as like whole thing as a whole, and there is a very minimal risk involved for the participant. Okay. Baki risk most probably is a emotionally disturbing risk, as it's a questionnaire based study. उनमें से कुछ चीज उनको डिस्टर्ब कर सकती है. रेस्ट अगर इन बाकी अगर तुम कुछ प्रोसीजर कर रहे हो उनपे देन अदर चीजें आती है. ठीक है, उसके हिसाब से इफ देयर इज एनीथिंग एल्स व्हिच इज रिक्वायर्ड देन राइट दोस थिंग्स अकॉर्डिंगली इन दिस डॉक्यूमेंट. ना डेलीगेशन ऑफ रिस्पांसिबिलिटी. ओके, सो ये इसका वर्ड फाइल जो है उसका मैंने एडिट करके क्या किया ना, these things can might not require a study coordinator. So are like more than this many investigators who are in the study. So you can change the things accordingly. So you can change it accordingly here. And let's go to the one which is ticked already. Yeah. Yeah. So you have to mention the names of the principal investigator. अगर यहाँ पे study coordinator, lab technician वगैरह रहेगा, just mention it below. ठीक है. Blinding is most likely not applicable for us. We are not doing a clinical trial. Okay. Research participant screening, it can be done by both principal investigator as well as a co-investigator depending on the level of expertise that is required. If it's a screening for cancer, then a student cannot diagnose it, right? So you have to assign the role accordingly. Evaluating exclusion criteria, that can be done by the investigator, like co-investigator himself. Like a student can do it. Where if your study involves physical examination, conduct of multiple visits, completion of source documents are again required for follow-up studies. So if it's an prospective study, then these things will become applicable eventually. Okay. Then case record forms need to be completed by co-investigators. Then final review and sign on the consent record form will be done by the principal investigator only. Okay, principal investigator and co-principal investigator. Then also one of the things which IC mentions is कि जो informed consent है, it can only be administered by a doctor. ठीक है, a student cannot administer a informed consent. So just take informed consent here. Like अगर कहीं पे भी यहाँ पे informed like administration of informed consent लिखा रहेगा, so that administration of consent and assent, it has to be done by the PI only or a co-PI or anyone who is a doctor in this study. ठीक है, but as generally practically speaking, we students only do it, but for some reason ethics sends a query ki PI must do it, so just tick it. Okay, that's it. Most बाकी resolution of query का जिसका resolution of query में जिसका ICD में नाम आया ना, मतलब अभी जो ICD है यहाँ पे पार्टिसिपेंट का नाम लिखना होता है कि मतलब कोई इन्वेस्टिगेटर का नाम और नंबर लिखना होता है. तो जिसका भी नंबर लिखा है, he will be the person resolving the queries as well as the principal investigator, and overall coordination and supervision would be done by the principal investigator himself. So these are the things that you need to keep in mind while filling this. ओके इसमें कुछ स्पेसिफिक चीजें हैं, जस्ट याद रखो कि कंसेंट पीआई पे टिक करो. अगर participant screening is such that it requires clinical expertise, then please mention a doctor there. Like wherever you think a student is incapable of providing a definitive judgment there, don't take students over there. Okay, फिर साइन वगैरह ले लेना यहाँ पे. That okay. So with that, we are done with almost all the annexes. So suppose now you have submitted this. Okay, and you think that your study does not require consent at all. So in which cases your study will not require consent? So waiver of consent क्या मतलब ये waiver of consent it can be given only in special categories only कि मतलब emergency situations है और स्टडी का रिलेवेंस बहुत हाई है, तभी ही ये वेवर ऑफ कंसेंट का जो क्राइटेरिया से वो सेटिस्फाई भी होता है. कि मतलब इफ यू विल से कि आई एम डूइंग अ स्टडी व्हिच इन्वॉल्व्स मिनिमल रिस्क इन स्टूडेंट्स एज वेल बट आई एम नॉट गिविंग कंसेंट टू देम, देन आईसी विल क्वेश्चन यू कि व्हाट हरी इज देयर कि मतलब उनसे कंसेंट ले लो ना. सो जो वेवर ऑफ कंसेंट है इट इज एप्लीकेबल ओनली इन वेरी स्पेशल सिचुएशंस लाइक इन केस ऑफ पैंडेमिक. अगर तुम कोविड रिसर्च कर रहे हो जिसमें यू आर इन अ स्टेट कि तुम्हें पार्टिसिपेंट्स बहुत जल्दी रिक्रूट करने हैं एंड योर स्टडी हैज वेरी मिनिमल रिस्क, सब टेलीफोनिकली हो रहा है, देन यू मे वेल वेव ऑफ द कंसेंट. ओके सो दिस द फर्स्ट क्राइटेरिया कि मिनिमल रिस्क होना चाहिए, जो मिनिमल रिस्क का क्राइटेरिया था वो होना चाहिए. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट इज कि अगर ये नाउ दिस इज वेरी आयरॉनिक कि if you are doing an study or a very vulnerable population whose identity is a problem, कि you are doing study or interviewing people who are socially stigmatized, then you cannot administer an informed written consent to them. You may well administer a audio visual or a verbal consent with them, but you cannot take a written consent, or you may as well waiver of the consent because their identity cannot be revealed anywhere. And informed consent document is one document where identity through which identity can be revealed. Okay, so there वहाँ पे एक ये आता है और उसका स्पेशल प्रोसीजर्स जो है that has been mentioned over here. Okay, so verbal consent जो है उसमें भी it's like kind of a waiver of consent only. ठीक है, अदर थिंग इसकी अगर पब्लिकली अवेलेबल डेटा है देन यू माइट एज वेल हैव अ वेवर ऑफ कंसेंट. ठीक है, इमरजेंसी सिचुएशंस है उसमें यू कैन हैव वेवर ऑफ कंसेंट. एनोनिमाइज्ड बायोलॉजिकल सैंपल्स मतलब जिसमें भी एग्जेम्पशन ऑफ रिव्यू एप्लीकेबल है ना, उसमें देयर इज वेवर ऑफ कंसेंट एज वेल बिकॉज इफ इट डज नॉट रिक्वायर आईसी कंप्लीट आईसी रिव्यू इट डज देन इट डज नॉट रिक्वायर कंसेंट एज वेल. ओके, मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस मैं स्पेसिफिकली यहाँ पे स्क्रीनशॉट इसलिए डाल रहा हूँ बिकॉज आई माइट overestimate or underestimate some things, but when you come and look back here just read all these things specifically so that IC ने जो बोला है you comply to it. Okay, so the final thing, so अभी suppose मैं गया IC मैनेजर में. ठीक है, I go to the IC manager and I save it. ठीक है, अभी ओके प्रोटोकॉल ना कुछ भी सेव. So document date should not be greater than 2 days. Okay, whatever. So whatever you have done it यहाँ पे तो उससे you have to अभी ये तुम्हें आगे और भी मतलब नेक्स्ट तब तक करने नहीं देगा जब तक तुम ये पूरा रेड जो भी है पूरा फिल नहीं कर देते. So now let's check कि हमने सब कुछ कर लिया क्या. So एक एक करके बोल, मुझे अभी हर एक इसका रिप्लाई चाहिए. ओके, सो यू अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ एंड स्पीक. सो हैव वी filled this project submission application for initial review, non-sponsored studies, have we filled it? Yes or no? Please make it quick. तुम्हें क्विज के लिए भी जाना है बाद में, या जो भी एकेडमिक डिपार्टमेंट का क्विज भी है उसके लिए भी जाओ. Anyone, have we made this document or not? अमय, क्रिश, कोई तो बोलो यार. Okay, we have made it. Checklist of protocol submission जो है वो comes from here. Guys, reply करो, मेरे को monotonously नहीं लेना है session. ये जो checklist of protocol submission है, it is this. Okay, you have to reattach this. मतलब इसको तुम extract कर सकते हो from a website. मतलब I love PDF या Sejda.com या multiple PDF converting platforms आते हैं. Through that you can rearrange your files. Okay. Next. Delegation of responsibilities we filled right now. Document receipt form छोटा सा होता है, उसमें कुछ है नहीं. ठीक है. Case record form is similar to your questionnaire. If your study does not involve the questionnaire, then केस रिकॉर्ड फॉर्म में मतलब तुम जो भी पेशेंट से डेटा ले रहे हो, सपोज तुम उसकी हिस्ट्री ले रहे हो और तुम एक जगह पे वो रिकॉर्ड करोगे ना, तो दैट इज अ केस रिकॉर्ड फॉर्म. ठीक है. करंट स्टेटस ऑफ ऑनगोइंग स्टडीज हैव टू बी सबमिटेड एज एन एडिशनल डॉक्यूमेंट एज वेल. सो जस्ट लुक एट इट कि जो हमने कवर लेटर में भरा, उसके अलावा हमें एक और एडिशनल डॉक्यूमेंट भी डालना है, अलग से अपलोड करना है करंट स्टेटस ऑफ ऑनगोइंग स्टडीज. ओके. अभी ये जो जीसीपी ट्रेनिंग और सीवी का जो भरना होता है, उसमें यू हैव टू क्लब द डॉक्यूमेंट्स. ओके. सो आई विल से हाउ दैट कैन बी डन एज वेल इफ यू वांट टू नो. जानना है कि आता है ये सब ऑलरेडी. या मौलिक
सब डॉक्यूमेंट्स क्लब करना, मतलब सब पार्टिसिपेंट्स का एक ही पीडीएफ में करना है ना.
Yeah, so you can go to any PDF editing site.
हाँ वही.
Yeah, so just club all those. मतलब उसमें रहता है guidelines की. अभी देखो यहाँ पे है कि GCP training of all study members. तो सारे study members का you club it and upload together in one document. ठीक है. अभी informed consent document अलग अलग language में रहना चाहिए. अगर if you feel your any of the compulsory document is not applicable to your study, if you feel, मतलब मैं example देता हूँ कि if your study is on student based population which knows English, which is for sure, so they don't require Hindi and Marathi consent, so upload a blank document here. Just write document not applicable in the document and upload it. ठीक है. Letter to member secretary same as the cover letter. Protocol we prepared. अभी CV का CV का 3 डॉक्यूमेंट बना के डालना पड़ता है. I don't know why, but डालना पड़ता है. ठीक है. एक में सिर्फ को इन्वेस्टिगेटर्स का CV क्लब करना है, एक में सिर्फ PI का CV डालना है, और एक में सबका कंबाइन करके डालना है. ठीक है. Then you have to write the summary of protocol in a very layman language, like ऐसे जैसा लिखो प्रोटोकॉल को. प्रोटोकॉल में जो भी लिखा है उसको एकदम ऐसे फॉर्मेट में लिखो. 300-400 वर्ड्स में काफी होगा. ठीक है. इसके अलावा जो भी हमारा है, मतलब हमारा क्वेश्चनर वैलिडेशन लेटर है वो एनी अदर में चला जाएगा. डीन परमिशन लेटर है वो एनी अदर में चला जाएगा. ठीक है. अगर एसेंट ले रहे हो, then assent documents have to be uploaded over here. Then research again, अगर चिल्ड्रन है तो चिल्ड्रन का एनेक्स्चर यहाँ पे अपलोड करेंगे. सबका जो जिसका भी जो वल्नरेबल एनेक्स्चर है वो यहाँ पे. अभी बैक ट्रांसलेशन यूजुअली नहीं मांगते हैं. यूजुअली तो नहीं मांगते, मतलब मेरे से तो अभी तक नहीं मांगा है बैक ट्रांसलेशन. सो अवॉइड इट. ठीक है. खुद से ही ट्रांसलेशन जो कर रहे हो वो उससे काम चल जाता है. ठीक है. बाकी मोस्ट ऑफ हाँ क्वेश्चनर रिसर्च क्वेश्चनर यहाँ पे अपलोड करेंगे. And translation certificate etc. is also not required. If you are using some scales like depression scale, stress scale, anxiety scales, you may upload them here. Okay. So documents का सारा uploading हो गया. ठीक है. अभी क्या बचा? अभी आ जाएगा अप्रूवल. मैंने सबमिट कर दिया तो आ जाएगा क्या अभी अप्रूवल तुरंत? हाँ.
We have to wait for the meeting and all, right?
Yeah. So I suppose I submitted it on 19th May. Okay. 19th May को मैंने online submission कर दिया. So after that, make sure that you receive a call or a mail from IC admin. Like you, जो भी mail ID तुमने provide किया है, you will receive a mail from the IC stating कि तुम्हारे इसमें there is no admin queries and please submit hard copies so that it can be proceeded to the next meeting. ठीक है. तो अगर तुम लोग मई के 19th में सबमिट कर रहे हो, इट विल गो इन जून का मीटिंग. ठीक है. जून के आईसी मीटिंग में जाएगा वो, और तुम्हारा करस्पॉन्डेंस आएगा जून के मंथ एंड तक. ठीक है. मतलब जून लास्ट वीक में आएगा तुम्हें क्वेरी लेटर. सो सपोज यू डोंट गेट अ कॉल फ्रॉम आईसी in 2 to 3 days after submitting. The safest option is कि जिस दिन सबमिट किया उसके अगले दिन जाके आईसी में जो मैडम बैठती है उनको बोलो कि मैंने सबमिट किया है, मेरे इसका करस्पॉन्डेंस नंबर आता है, उसमें नंबर ये है, प्लीज गो थ्रू द डॉक्यूमेंट्स एंड लेट मी नो if there is any problem or if any document is missing. By in chance तुमने 19th को सबमिट किया और उन्होंने तुम्हारा एडमिन क्वेरी डाला. एडमिन क्वेरी मतलब कि admin query classifies as some document is missing, some document is incomplete, some sign is missing. ये सब बहुत silly reasons है. हम जो silly mistakes करते हैं, ये silly mistakes है. So हाँ, और भी है, मतलब अगर मैंने क्वेश्चनर पे वर्जन नंबर नहीं डाला, किसी भी हर डॉक्यूमेंट में वर्जन नंबर होना चाहिए. लाइक एक्सेप्ट एनेक्सर्स, all the documents which you are submitting, informed consent document, protocol, questionnaire, case record form, everything should have version number and date. दोनों में से कुछ भी मिसिंग रहा, सिली मिस्टेक, एडमिन क्वेरी आएगा, तुम्हारा प्रोजेक्ट 1 महीना डिले. ठीक है. सो प्लीज मेक श्योर कि तुम जो सबमिशन कर रहे हो 17-18 को कर लो या 16-17 को ही कर लो, ताकि यू हैव 2-3 days बफर टाइम, सो दैट if you get an admin query you can make those changes and then submit it. Then once that admin has said कि okay all your documents are fine, then he will request you to submit all the hard copies, so and pay the fees. ठीक है. fee payment has to be done online. अभी fee payment usually investigator initiative studies का 2500 rupees होते हैं. ठीक है. thesis का कम होता है and farmer projects का बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. So you have to submit hard copies in a cardboard file, get the soft copy and again submit the soft copies in the pen drive. So जो भी signed documents है उन्हें वापस मतलब अगर तुमने sign किया then you have to rescan them and send it. ठीक है. Then it is done. Then you wait for आराम से, if you have applied for a full board review, wait for आराम से 2 months. ठीक है. Don't panic for 2 months. Your query letter will come. If you have done all the process एकदम अच्छे से, you have written the protocol अच्छे से, you have mentioned all the proper things properly, you have made the informed consent document, you have provided all the ethical reasons properly, you chill, तुम्हारा query letter अच्छा आएगा. But if you haven't done it, then your query letter will be a scary one, which will have 2-3 पेज के query letters आते हैं. मतलब a good query letter is which has less than 10 queries. A bad query letter is which has 3 pages of queries, which many students have received, and after which they leave the project. They say कि और कितना मेहनत करेंगे इस पे भी, because so many ethical concerns are raised because they have not understood this entire process. They haven't designed the protocol अच्छे से. ठीक है. So please focus on designing your protocol अच्छे से, and once you are done with it, query reply. So query reply. Yes, so once you get a query letter, you have to reply to it. So there will be questions ki why are you taking this population only? So you have to justify it again. Why are you, like, you might have justified it somewhere else, but they will again ask for a justification, which is fine. Just mention it again. If you have not justified your sample size, they will say please justify your sample size. If you have missed some vulnerable annexures which had to be submitted, they will say please mention this, take this vulnerable annexure. If you have given some unscientific explanation in the protocol, stating some test, like objective कुछ और है, तुम कुछ और test use कर रहे हो, तुम्हारा data collection method कुछ और ही है, तुम्हारा study implications कुछ और ही है. If they feel your entire protocol is unscientific, then there will be like 20-30 queries on that only. कि तुम्हारे protocol में ये flaw है, ये flaw है. तो वो flaws, make sure you follow the tips given by Kundavar yesterday, so that you make your protocol एकदम perfectly. ठीक है. So query letter में just mention कि your title of, in this format you mention project number डालो, title डालो, letter का reference number आएगा और उसका date आएगा. ठीक है. And after which वो जो query लिखा रहेगा same to same वो query लिखो जो query लिखा है, and then type your answer. If they are asking कि amend this document, just write कि this document has been amended. If they are asking submit some document, write this document has been submitted. If they are asking for an explanation, write the explanation over there. Okay. जो भी वो लोग explanation मांग रहे, write that explanation over there, and by that we are mostly done with query reply as well. Okay. So then if you have done a very good query reply, if you have received minimal queries like below 10, you are sure to get an IC approval. And once you get an IC approval, then do your study nicely. If you have any protocol deviations, fill the study of protocol like protocol amend करना है तुम्हें, उसका अलग annexure है वो भरना. अगर तुमने बिना आईसी को नोटिफाई किए तुम्हारे स्टडी में कुछ डिविएशन हो गया, प्रोटोकॉल में कुछ और सोचा था कुछ और कर दिया, then fill the protocol deviation वाला annexure. Then if your study is going on for more than 1 year, then fill the continuation report. वो सबका है, आईसी पे भी है एंड ड्राइव लिंक पे भी है. These are very self-explanatory annexures. ठीक है, कितने रिक्रूट हुए, कुछ एडवर्स इफेक्ट हुआ क्या, कुछ तुमने प्रोटोकॉल में चेंज किया क्या, वो सब भी पूछेंगे. So those all things have to be written. And once your study is completed, there is a completion report which asks ki what were there any ethical concerns, what were the results that you derived, what are you going to do of that results. Fill those things and your entire thing with IC is done. So do you feel confident now ki you can do an IC submission easily? I need a yes from every one of you. Or if you don't feel,
Yes.
then please tell me, I'll re-explain it. Or please ask if you have any doubts, etc. Yeah, Akansha. Session थोड़ा extend हो गया, but ठीक है, sorry. कुछ
There
डाउट
was
है
a
किसी?
vulnerable population है जिसका हम आइडेंटिटी लीक ही नहीं कर सकते,
हाँ,
जिनका कंसेंट वेव ऑफ करना था, वो उस पॉपुलेशन में हुआ. दोस पीपल कौन है वो पॉपुलेशन?
vulnerable population ना, तो vulnerable population देखो यहाँ पे लिस्ट है उनका. Wait, I'll zoom it. Yeah, see, children under the age of 18. ठीक है, दिख रहा है?
यस यस.
Yeah, children under the age of 18, differently abled, elderly, socioeconomically disadvantaged, terminally ill or stigmatized, rare disease, pregnant women, students, institutionalized, refugees, homeless. ये सब vulnerable है, ठीक है? These are vulnerable to participate in your study. You can trick them in participating in your study. You can use them. ऐसा होता है. So, like you might not give them a voluntary choice to participate in your study. You might exploit them. So इसलिए उनके ज़्यादा ethical concerns होते हैं. A risk which is less than minimal for a normal population becomes minimal for vulnerable and so on. मतलब अगर कोई चीज़ minimal है for normal population, it becomes more than minimal for a vulnerable population. Okay, hence vulnerable population के अलग annexures होते हैं. And I would again say ये जो भी है it's just a review. There are study specific चीजें करनी होगी, मतलब identifiers वगैरह आएंगे अगर confidentiality issues है. The best person to speak with would be someone from IC. I would suggest speak to Dr. Yashaswi Shetty ma'am. She will explain the ethical concerns very nicely. Like if you feel ki there is some doubt in your IC and you feel ki like it is contradicting whatever has been told to you, speak to Yashaswi Shetty ma'am and tell ki ma'am हमारे protocol में ये है and it is violating some of the concerns, so what should we write? Okay, fine. Is there anything else required?
No, thank you.
So if everyone has understood, may I get a yes from everyone at least in the chat box if you don't unmute if you're not willing to unmute yourself.
We have understood.
Understood.
अरे बाकी लोग बोलो यार, 21 लोग हैं. Yeah, right. So time थोड़ा overshoot हो गया, sorry, but अभी let's see. So we'll close this up. ठीक है? If you have any queries regarding it, do let me know. जो ड्राइव लिंक मैंने तुम्हें भेजा है, it is available every time on the Aspire drive itself. All the documents are in editable form. ठीक है? So जब भी कुछ भी चाहिए रहेगा Aspire के ग्रुप पे मैसेज डालो, हमें पूछ लो. We'll guide you anytime, everywhere. So then, it was a nice session. Hopefully you guys understood all the things, and hopefully you guys will start your own research and you will continue it and not be afraid of IC, and it will be a cakewalk for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.